Time now to dig a little deeper on tonight's divisional round matchup with the Cowboys. For that, we're joined by Brad Graham, who runs the SF Niners. You can find him on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere else you get your 49ers content. Brad, great to have you with us as always. What stood out to you the most in tonight's victory?
I think what stood out the most is this wasn't one of the typical games that we've seen from Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan, and the 49ers offense. It was a game that was a little bit flipped, more towards the defensive side. It was kind of a gritty battle, a lot of field goals and things like that. And I think that was the biggest takeaway. And again, the 49ers continue to prove to be resilient, and they come out on top with a huge win over the Dallas Cowboys.
What was going through your mind when Cowboys kicker Brett Maher missed the extra point?
It was just one of those things because I was sitting right next to some Cowboys fans, and they were just going through it, and you could feel the emotions from their fans, and of course Levi Stadium could feel that energy as well. And the fact that he missed that first initial kick, it was just one of those wild things where you didn't really see it coming, but it happened, and it was just one of those things that you don't know how to really manage in real time.
Thankfully, 49ers special teams has been a little bit more reliable this season. That fumble from Ray McLeod aside. But tonight, Brock Purdy had to deal with the most pressure he's had to deal with in his experience as an NFL quarterback. What did you see from him in this situation?
I think Brock Purdy continues to show that resilience, the ability to stay calm under pressure, and he was sacked a couple times, and there were a lot of pressure. Micah Parsons was around him a lot. But again, once the offense really settled in and they were able to get the run game going, you could see the play action start to work, getting him out on the boots and being able to find guys over the middle like George Kittle, and George Kittle making insane catches. And that seemed to really settle him down. But I think with Brock Purdy, you still see some of those rookie elements to his game, but he is still performing above and beyond his 7th round draft status and 7 wins in a row, absolutely insane for Brock Purdy.
The 49ers only had 27 rush yards in the first half, and then they were able to come alive in that second half, really reestablish the ground game, as you mentioned. How impressive is it that they were able to kind of overcome those struggles and get back to basics and do what they do best?
It's really impressive because obviously the Dallas Cowboys had a really good game plan coming in, and they knew how to neutralize and kind of understood what the 49ers were going to throw at them. And so being able to go in at halftime and make the adjustments necessary to come out and not go away from it and keep trying to set the tone of the line of scrimmage and own the line of scrimmage, the San Francisco 49ers did a great job. And you got to tip your cap a little bit to Kyle Shanahan for not going away from it. And, Elijah Mitchell down the stretch, Christian McCaffrey with the touchdown run. It was really helpful to maintain that lead and continuing to put the Dallas Cowboys at a deficit at the end of the game.
3 NFC championships in 4 seasons for the 49ers. The first one here at home against the Packers, the next one at SoFi Stadium against the Rams, now headed to Philly to take on the Eagles. Where does this rank in terms of level of difficulty in those 3 NFC championships?
I feel like this is going to be the toughest matchup. Those Philadelphia Eagles right now, they're humming on all cylinders. Jalen Hurts is playing out of his mind. They have a phenomenal offensive line, phenomenal defensive line. This is going to be the biggest test for the San Francisco 49ers, not only this year, but like you mentioned, over the last couple seasons, especially when they played in the NFC Championship game.
What do you want to see the 49ers shore up a little bit before they head into this matchup?
I would love to see the run game be clicking early and often. I think this game is going to have to be managed and won on the ground. You're going to have to keep the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands because, as we've seen, he's able to create, extend, and get the ball to his playmakers. So I really think the 49ers have to get that ground game running, continue to churn out long drives, and just milk that clock, score when they have the opportunities, and just limit Jalen Hurts because he's an electric player and he's going to be really hard to stop.
It's going to be really interesting. Okay, Brad, thank you so much. Make sure you check out his content, The SF Niners, and he'll be following along in Philly.
Thank you.